Hello friends, welcome to ASPM's Daily Munchies. We shall discuss culture in this section. Let us start with temple architecture. Very important from prelims and mains point of view. You can expect a lot of questions. Almost every alternate year there has been question on temple architecture. So the temple architecture can be divided into the Nagara style, which is prevalent in northern India, and the Dravida style present in the southern India. The Nagara style has got certain subtypes like the Odisha school, the Khajuraho school, the Solanki school, and so on and so forth. Now, what are the features of Nagara style? This style of temple architecture developed in the 5th century AD. It is characterized by the Panchayatan style of temples, which is that means it includes 5 shrines placed in a crucified manner. It has got an assembly hall which is known as the mandapa. Now, the Garbhagriha is the sanctoi sanctorum where the idol is placed. And outside the Garbhagriha, there are images of river goddesses Yamuna and Ganga. The Shikhara is curvilinear in shape, or what we call is peculiar type of the Nagara style of architecture. Over the Shikhara, there is an Amalka. Amalka is a horizontal disc which is placed over the Shikhara, and it's a fluted disc. That means it has got certain grooves, and over which there is a spherical object known as the Kalash. The walls of the temple are divided into vertical planes known as the Rathas. So in wherever there are 3 planes, it is known as Triratha, Pancharatha, Saptaratha, depending on the number of planes. The Nagara style of architecture has got no boundary wall, so the temple premise is almost open. Also, peculiar feature is the absence of water tank, which is a peculiar feature of Nagara style, unlike the Dravida style where water tank is always present. Now let's move on to the subtype of Nagara school, the Odisha school, which developed in around Bhubaneswar and Puri. The architecture here is that exterior walls are lavishly decorated, as you can visualize here, while the interior walls are plain. The shikhara is known as the Rekha Deol. Look at the shape of the shikhara. The ground plan is moreover square. The temple is surrounded by a boundary wall around the temple, which is an exception to the Nagara style. The example being the Sun Temple of Konark. This is an example, Sun Temple Konark. Jagannath Temple at Puri, and the Lingaraja Temple at Bhubaneswar. The Khajuraho school of architecture was developed by Chandela rulers. Here, both the exterior walls and the interior walls are lavishly decorated. The sculptures here are inspired from the Vatsayana's Kama Sutra and depict erotic figures. The temple is usually facing the north or the east direction. They are built up on a platform, and the style of architecture is also Panchayatan, while all the subsidiary shrines have got Rekha Prasad Shikhar, these kind of shapes. The example being the Kandaria Mahadev temple and the Lakshman temple at Khajuraho. The next school under the Nagara style is the Solanki school or the Maru Gujarat school, type of school, which is prevalent in Gujarat and Rajasthan. The temples usually have some temples do not have carvings. So you can see here the Modera temple have carving here, but generally the temples are not heavily carved. The Garbhagriha is connected internally as well as externally outside. There is a stepped tank, that is the Suraj Kund. This is the Suraj Kund. The gateways, there are arched gateways or tornas which are present at the entrance. These are usually east-facing temples. These also have some wooden carvings. Okay, one of the prominent examples is the Modara Sun Temple, Gujarat. The southern type of architecture, the South Indian type of architecture, developed under various schools. The dynasty when they developed under Pallava, it can be divided into the Mahendra group, the Narsimha, Rajsimha, and so on and so forth. The Mahendra group were very primitive ones. They are the rock cut uh, temples, and the temples itself are known as the mandapa. While in the Nagara school, the assembly halls are known as mandapa. Under Rajsimha, the rock cut temples were decorated intricately by sculptures, and the mandap were further divided into rathas. The Pancharath temple of Mahabalipuram is very famous. In Rajsimha's reign, the real structural temple started developing. The Shore temple, the at Mahabalipuram is an example. The Kailashnath temple at Kanchipuram. Under Nandivarman group, a smaller type of temples were developed. However, these temples were completely similar to the Dravidian type of architecture. Now, further, let us understand what is the Nayaka school or the Madurai school of architecture. It developed in the 16 to 1800 AD, and there was an influence of the Islamic architecture in this. It is similar to the Dravidian style. There are huge corridors around the Garbhagriha known as the Parakrams. And these temples have got one of the largest gopurams. You can visualize the Meenakshi temple, which is the largest gopuram of the world. Okay, and this is known as which is the example is the Madurai temple, Meenakshi temple at Madurai. Look at the intricate carvings; these are very peculiar of the Dravidian style of architecture. Now, the Vesara school or the Karnataka school of architecture, which developed under the later Chalukyan period. These are kind of hybridized. You can see the kind of curvilinear path. While the Vimanas of the Dravidian type are stepped ones. So the emphasis on the Vimana and the mandalas. Example is the temple of the Aihole, Badami, Kailashnath temple in the Ellora, Aurangabad, near Aurangabad, Doda Basappa temple at the Dhampal. These are certain examples. The Malakarjun temple of Aihole. Now the Vijayanagara school at Hampi. This school was influenced by the Islamic style at Bijapur. The high walls are decorated with carvings and geometric patterns. Look at these. Look at these. The gopurams are there on all sides. Basically, all four sides. The entrances are known as the gopuram. On all the four sides, gopurams are present. The Kalyan Mandapa, that is the central hall, central Mandapa is the Kalyan Mandapa, and then this the Kalyan Mandapa, and it is connected to other shrines. The boundaries are prominently present around the temple. Examples being the Virupaksha temple at Pattadakal, the Raghunath temple, Lotus temple, and Vitthal Swami temple at Hampi. The Hoysala art or the Mysore art, also known as the Hoysala art, which is at Mysore, Belor, and Halebu, Singri. There are multiple shrines around a centered pillared hall. The pattern here is stellate, that is star shaped, and not like panchayatam. There are four these star like. That means at 4 or 5 corners there are temples. Emphasis is on decoration through sculptures. Look at these. There are minute, intricate uh, details about sculpture. All chambers have shikharas here, and which are interconnected. Jagati is an upraised platform on which temple is developed. Look at this. Jagati. This is known as Jagati. The temple, walls and stairs are in a zigzag pattern. Can you just appreciate the zigzag pattern here? For example, the Hoysala temple and the Chanakeshwara temple at Belur. The Pala or the Sina school, this school developed certain curved or sloping roof. These are like at these places, basically these develop in Bengal, and these are influenced by Buddhist as well as the Hindu philosophy. So these were developed by terracotta bricks and curved shikharas. Thank you so much.